Well, he's certainly a tremendous football player, tremendous athlete. The weapons that they have on this offense, starting with the quarterback, with Matt Ryan and what he's done over the course of his career. Being in the NFC South like I was, I had a chance to go up against or coach against Matt, I should say, and watch his career really take off. And that's been fun to watch. A young player develop, certainly an elite quarterback. And then with Julio the same way, watching him come into the league, had some production early in his career, had a few injuries here and there, and then to really take off the last year or two, been very impressed by that. Now with the weapons of Freeman, Sanu, Coleman, all these guys with Gabriel now, so they've got multiple weapons to defend, and it's what we've got to do is start at ground zero and make sure that we are who we are, and that means a fundamentally sound defense in everything we do. We've got to play extremely sound defense and team defense and make sure we're communicating, and I don't know if you're ever going to take a player of that caliber away, but you just have to know that they're going to make some plays, and we've got to make plays on our end as well. So, we look forward to it, and it'll be a big week from a standpoint of us spending time in the film room, knowing what they do best, and earning the right to win. Matt's had a lot of success over the course of his career. We've had some games where we had the upper hand. If you go back and look at those also, and we had some last year where he had the upper hand. I think it's been a good battle over the years, and he's a highly competitive guy, as are we and our football team. And we would expect the same. I mean, they had an impressive performance last year. And all that they did as a team and what they did in their Super Bowl run, so like I said before, we've got a big challenge in front of us. It's one we look forward to. A little bit of common ground. 2 years ago, I was in a similar position. The game was slightly different, albeit like all games are. Than last year with his experience. There's a lot we can learn from those experiences, right, of being in big games, and what we learn from those situations. And so we've touched the subject with respect to that as well. Hey, what would you have done differently in terms of just as a team, what was said. Those are things that we can use for our team moving forward, and add to what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we're doing it, because the best way is to learn from other people's situations, and that's what we try and do. Yeah, right. It's if this is where you're going, it's you got Julio Jones, you got Matt Ryan, and you've got these other weapons from a receiving standpoint. But if you ignore the running game, then here comes Freeman, Coleman. I mean, that's what I was mentioning earlier. They're multifaceted with plenty of weapons, and then their offensive line with what Mac's been able to do the last, I believe it's been 2 years there. He does a tremendous job inside for their offensive line as well. So, like I said, this is a good offense. The stats speak for themselves, year after year, and it's a good football team, well-coached football team. It's certainly something we have to continue to work on. Like a long list of other things we do, we have to get better, and we've got to go back to work on it, which is why we practice today and in a few minutes here, and I look forward to watching us improve. And that's one of the areas we need to improve on, no doubt about it.